Hey, this is Mitch with Ridge and Holler Relics. I hope you enjoyed my last video, Wintertime Button Blues Part 1. As promised, I've got some Carolina buttons here, that some of my pretty Carolina buttons. Most of these have came from, well, all of them came from Wilmington or Carolina Beach area, eastern North Carolina. And I'm going to try and be as accurate as I can with the backmark information. Some of it's kind of shady, or not shady is the wrong word, but I don't know if it's definitive or not. But all but one of these buttons is probably post-war. Even though the school buttons, the schools were in some shape or form were established before the Civil War. Anyway, let me start out with my first button. This is a Cape Fear Academy button, cadet. This one came from Wilmington. It's got a slight indent. I don't know if it was done on purpose or what it was. This one was, I've seen some of these posted on some of the older forums back in the day. And not a whole lot of information about it, but it is an academy that was started out as a parochial school. And then military somehow got switched over anyway. In October 12th of 1868, former Confederate General Riley E. Colston was invited to open the academy in Wilmington. And he was also ran the Hillsborough Academy at the close of the Civil War. Some of those Hillsborough Academy cadet buttons were Civil War. Some of those cadets, I believe, did fight in the Civil War. But this button's back mark is Scoville Manufacturing, Waterbury. Now this is where I'm going to let you all correct me, but I'm pretty sure all these are post-war. I trying to find information on dating the Scoville buttons. I do know that the rim around some buttons, if it's indented and down inside the rim, that those are most likely Civil War period. But these are probably not, but they're right after the Civil War. North Carolina, Cape Fear Academy. Pretty button. Alright. Next button is Bingham School. Bingham School is another North Carolina military academy that is probably older than the Cape Fear Academy. But I think it started out in Mebane, North Carolina, and ended up in Asheville. I'm going to put some links at the bottom of the video in the descriptions on my channel. But this one came from eastern North Carolina, Carolina Beach, Wilmington, that area. It also has the Scoville Manufacturing Company. Kind of different way of printing, but still a very pretty button. This is a 3-piece. The last one was a 2-piece. This is a 3-piece. 3-piece means this is one piece. The rim that holds the back and the front is considered the second, and then the third. So you got a 3-piece button here. Bingham School. And that is in Albert's book. Oh yeah, SU 42, Schools and Universities in Albert's. Now that last Cape Fear Academy was in Albert's also. but it was an SU-50. It's scarce but late, which according to Alberts, which is a little outdated, but late means that it was after the war. All right. The next button is the another Bingham School button. This is a two-piece, very, very nice detail. This one was actually found in Fayetteville, in some beautiful pepper-colored sand, just somewhere between gray and white sand, but it was everything that came out of their brass had a patina on it, and everything that had a decent gild on it still had the gild on it. This one has a little bit different back mark. It's still Scoville Manufacturing, Waterbury, but there is a difference between the two, because the print on the script BS button seems to be a little bit more, maybe it's just wore out, but it seems to be more stencil type lettering. I don't know, maybe like in that C. I don't know. Anyway, that's a beautiful button. This one, I believe, was staff. This was the cadet staff. The first Bingham School was cadet. I'm sorry, I got those backwards. This one is staff, and this one is cadet. From my research, which is very hard to do. But anyway, next button is another North Carolina find, and this one is another three-piece. It's also in Alberts. It's a North Carolina state seal. It has the 7 stars around the rim, and North Carolina on the top side. This one, I've had some people tell me that it could be Civil War era because of the Scoville left out of the Waterbury Button Company. But there again, you guys who know these button mark dates can correct me and give me your opinion in the comments section. This one's I'm trying to remember. This one came from Wilmington too. This one came from closer to the ocean, out on I can't remember. Well, I don't want to tell you anyway because I still have spots down there. Anyway, it's another pretty button. Still had a lot of the gilt on it. And like I said, it's got just the Waterbury Button Company on it. Alright. Saved the best for the last. This is one of 2 of the only Confederate buttons I've ever found. This one also came from Wilmington. And my first one I ever found, I found screening at an old house site. I didn't have it 24 hours. It was the first decent button I found, and without a metal detector, and I had it sold by the end of the day. But it was my first one was a Confederate staff officer button. This is a stipple eye infantry button, Confederate. The back mark is a little wore out, but it's HTB Manchester. And this one's in Alberts too. I can't remember what I know it's I think it's CS 172, but that's definitely in Alberts, and it's a nice button. I've never tried to clean it any further than that. I don't think there's anything under there. Looks like it might have actually been in a house fire, but very nice Confederate button, Confederate infantry. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm going to put some pictures in between each one of these with a little bit more detail, and I'll put some links to the military academies for the Cape Fear and the Bingham School on the description in the video. Thank y'all. Keep coming to Ridge and Hollow Relics. I know my non-metal detecting and button stuff don't seem to do as good as my arrowheads, but to each his own, and I hope y'all enjoyed this little presentation, and be safe out there, good luck, and fill your holes.